field. On American Top 40, that comes in at number 9 this week, moving up 3 notches. It's Boston. Well, at number 8, it's Kiss.
Well, hello, welcome back to Tale 3 Cabins. It is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, which means it's the annual progression of all the friends and family that are traveling now, going home after the weekend. And it is also the day before gun season. So it's the annual migration of thousands of hunters moving into the woods, taking their pickup trucks, their trailers, their UTVs, tree stands, ladder stands. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm heading to Southern Ohio, not too far off. The ride wasn't too bad. This year is going to be a little bit weirder, I think, or a little bit different. It's going to be colder than normal previous years. It looks like it's going to be wet and very cold compared to the average temperatures around here. So we're not going to see the temperatures break out of the low 30s. And in the mornings, it's probably going to be in the teens when we get up. There's a few things going on with the deer. There's chronic wasting disease, which has been throughout most of Ohio for the last couple of years. It's hit certain counties harder than others. And then there is another one that is called, I believe it is EHD, and I'll correct it down below if I get that wrong. But that is another disease that deer are getting. Our county and some of the surrounding counties more prevalent than the rest of the state. That disease is taking the lives of a lot of deer, and the way they contract it is by inhaling the small little gnats. I don't know if you see little gnats when you walk across the grass in the evenings, and you kick those up, and they're very tiny. A lot of times they'll make it through the screens in our house down here if you have a light on. When the deer are feeding, especially on grass and in the fields, and they inhale, these gnats infect the deer, and once it's contracted, it takes about 72 hours, give or take, and the deer dies, usually of dehydration. So that disease is pretty prevalent down here right now. Now, the one thing is that after a freeze, that most of these gnats are killed. So we've had a good freeze, so that should have killed off the gnats. And then any deer that have contracted it would be dead after 72 hours. So after 72 hours of a good frost, that issue should not be an issue anymore down here. The only thing is how much of the population was affected by this. And that's just something we're not going to know until we see some numbers from the state. They did change the bag limits in our surrounding counties around us. So to the south of us and to the east of us, they lowered the bag limits midstream. Usually when they make those decisions, they adjust it in the summertime, and those bag limits are good for the upcoming deer season. But they changed it midstream of deer season. It'll be interesting to see how that affects the population down here. My friend Don, who normally has about 2 or 3 deer in the refrigerator by the time our gun season rolls around, through bow season and some property they have in West Virginia, hasn't gotten any deer yet this year. During bow season, I was hunting down here. The sightings were not that great. Things were kind of slow, but the weather was very warm too. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm pulling in the driveway right now. I'm going to get all set up. We've got about 3 hours of daylight, so I need to quickly unpack once I get up there. Take some heaters and some propane tanks and some various stuff up into the blinds that we have up there. I also have some corn to top off the feeders, so I want to take care of that real quick probably before anybody else gets here. So I will see you up at the house. I heard a ruckus out here. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you, Tom?
Good. He's coming tomorrow. Yeah, he ended up catching a cold or something, or... parked in the 100 of the month. So what are these, Granny Smiths or Melrose?
They're labeled deer apples.
Oh.
Looking for my lighted hat. Probably one of these, but I didn't see it up there. Lighted hat that you bought.
They're the same?
Chocolate sand.
Yeah. And then we got that in there. So we got one over there.
Chocolate brownie or something like that.
Yeah, we'll put them both in the freezer.
Yeah, we'll play chocolate. You got pumpkin.
I got some pumpkin cheesecake. That in there like that. That's worn down. Oh, that's a lot of corn around.
I'll come back up and roll.
So I have a little device that I can just take the SD card from the trail camera and just plug it into my phone and not have to bring the SD card back down in the house and bring it back up to the trail camera. Upon early inspection, things look good. It looks like there's a lot of traffic coming to the feeder here, lots of does, but then something caught my eye. Now for around here, he looks decent. So decent that it might affect your judgment when you're hunting up here, because you might pass on a lot of other things waiting for this guy to come out. With 5 guys scouring our mountain for the next couple days, maybe we'll see what happens.
Put that tank around the side and pull more cord out. That way then it kind of out of the way. A little more. There we go. There we go.
I told you, because I dropped it off at my buddy's to get it mounted on the way home. Because she lives in Virginia.
We're coming in this road here. Oh yeah? When you're by the road though, you don't want to just hit by cars. Okay, everything is all set for the coming week. Well, I set my camera in slow motion, so it does not record audio, and it is very slow on recording the video. But I'm sure you're missing out on some very witty banter and some intelligent dialogue. So intelligent that I can't remember what I was saying at the time, but I do remember hearing a shot right around now, and I was probably talking about who I thought that shot came from, which at the time I thought it came from Don, who's down there in the orange, if you can see him, and I can just view him from the blind where I'm sitting. I'm kind of keeping an eye on him to see if he needs some sort of help or if he's doing anything down there that might have indicated that he did take a shot. But for now, it looks like he's staying in one place.
I heard them for a while before I actually seen anything.
Yeah.
They were making a ton of noise. And I thought, well, worst that could happen is they could take off. Maybe there was a buck behind them, you know?
Yeah.
So, but there wasn't. Not after 20 minutes. And you take the cover off for like 10 more minutes, it says. Uncovered, and then
Yeah.
should be done. But it's a double bag, so it may need
Was that like hash browns and cheese and
yeah.
sausage?
Yep. No eggs. If you want eggs, you can make them and put it over top of it.
Oh. No, that should be good.
Nice poodle, Dad.
Oh, come on.
Hey, Nick, it's gonna be real tender. Real tender. You're gonna thank me when you eat the tenderloins. I texted Nicholas earlier and I said, you know, my dad's cousin Bill, where we were hunting down in Coshocton, and somebody would get a smaller one, he goes, that's gonna be a good eating one there. So, be nice and tender.
Yeah.
You know where the
On the other
tree
side?
stand face is up.
Oh.
It was up in front of me. Right after those shots, I seen a deer come down that way. But then I think they're going on the other side of it.
Was there a UTV up there? Because I saw maybe it was the next hillside over. Because I could see lights on top.
And it could have been all the
Or
way
it's
up
still
on top.
dark out.
But I seen the deer come right after the two shots. A deer came down, and then at around 9:05, all of a sudden I look up there again, and here comes a big bodied deer. And I got the binocs up this time, and as it's walking, and you could just see antlers on top of his head.
Yeah.
It had to be about this tall. And then they're going over the other side. They're not coming on this side of it. That ridge. So I couldn't get a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard
there last year, that same thing up there went up and then.
Yeah, they're going, like, when they rock that ridge, they can either be on this side of it, but they're going on the other side of it.
Now, when I heard his 2 shots, I thought they were you. And I'm thinking that son of a bitch cut me off, and he's got that buck.
Get buck blocker.
Yeah.
The buck
Yeah.
blocker. You know, it's hard to say.
Probably $1.50 for that one.
They might say.
Is it by the deer or by the pound?
This might be a freebie.
Back at it for the afternoon hunt. Don's going back to the same spot where he said he saw a good-sized buck earlier this morning, but couldn't get a shot at it. All right, we'll see you. If you see that big one, remember you can't kill it. Don't shoot the big one. Got it. Nope, you shoot. Well, the camera is still on slow motion, and I feel so bad for you guys because I'm sure you are missing out on some extremely intelligent conversation. So I am seeing things, but I am a little bit fixated on what we saw in the trail camera earlier. The evening is winding down. It's about time where we have our little powwow on top of the hill by the UTV.
Yeah, all the windows open.
I was out there in the dirt. The heat was out.
Went further down. Yeah, that way.
So that still could have been him that shot even though.
I don't think so. It didn't sound close to me at all. No. It actually sounded, holy crap, there's 2. Get my gun up and I'm looking out the front. And the 2 were ahead, kept going. And the 2 that were dragging, that were behind, they stopped like right down below a ridge. And then it was like somebody kicked them in the ass. They just they started going. Yeah, I couldn't even get a shot in.
How many were there?
4.
Yeah, because I saw 6 at the same time. I saw him shortly after that shot, maybe like 10 minutes or 15 minutes after that shot.
Oh, okay.
And
there must have been more than, because after they ran by me, it wasn't even 2 minutes I heard that shot.
Oh, yeah. They were all in that thick stuff, and I could see them moving around, but I didn't have a good look at them. And then they kind of all 2 went towards the feeder a little bit, and then 4 of them just ran down to the bottom, and they were heading towards Don. At least I assume they were. That's when you did hear a shot back that way. So I don't know if that was them. It was a little far away for.
Was it? Do you know what time it was? He said like a couple minutes to 3. I saw a doe and a spike. And the doe dropped down on the side of the hill, like out of my vision, and it was thick. The spike just stopped, and it just looked around for stood there like 5 minutes. And then it just kept walking that way. And a few minutes later, the doe came back and it walked towards you, so I texted you, but it didn't send.
Yeah, I don't have any signal. I forgot my batteries for my internet. So.
Oh, did it? And then something must have bedded down in front of me because I started getting a cramp in my leg. I stood up. Something. It didn't snort or anything though. It just jumped up and ran. And then that spike, I think, came back. It was either that or another spike.
It's nice down there, though.
Is it?
Lots of deer. Lots of rubs.
He's seen a spike again.
Did you?
Different one than this morning. These ones are a lot shorter.
John seen one.
Longer, or?
I don't know. At least one of them looked like it was only that long,
Yeah, that's probably the one I saw this morning. It was about that long.
but they looked really scraggly, like not much bigger than my pinkies, like thickness-wise.
I heard a shot, but it sounded like it came from there.
Yeah, mine. I heard one shot tonight, but it sounded like it was further away.
I heard two, like one later,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like that direction.
I
whatever
literally
you
almost
said.
came nose to nose with that deer, though.
really.
It was pretty funny.
Well, the good news is that everybody is seeing deer, which is kind of rare, actually. A lot of times somebody gets skunked when we go up there looking around, but everybody saw something tonight.
How they shoot, John?
I didn't shoot any.
What?
See anything?
Yeah, 3 of them. Come
Behind
down
you?
from in front of you,
Yeah,
and
I saw those.
they were too far away, and they were kind of moving pretty good.
I saw 6 altogether. Looked like they were all does.
You didn't want to shoot a doe?
They were all in that thicket,
Oh,
and they were kind of on the move, and there wouldn't have been a good shot.
there might have even been more than those 3. Maybe 3 of them had gotten by me before. What time was that about?
It was like 15 minutes after I heard a shot that I thought
Yeah.
was behind me.
Yeah, shot. I thought that shot was like out in front of you, like Behringer's or something like that.
Yeah.
That seemed far away too.
Really?
Like,
I thought it was in front of you somewhere.
no, I thought it was more like in front of you. I thought it was like if I'm looking up the hill, to my right and out.
Yeah.
Could have been. It could have been out. But yeah, I didn't see. After those 3, I didn't see anything else.
No.
Had to fit them on.
Well, that's the first 2 days of deer camp so far, and though it's been kind of uneventful, typically in this area, it's not like you have trophy bucks running around. This is a typical deer camp for most folks, most regular folks that don't have managed properties or constantly feed them, try to build up their antlers, and have cooperation in a large amount of acreage. This is just a little plot of land in southern Ohio, where a lot of people dream of owning some property, and this is typically kind of what you get. You could probably hunt this a little bit harder than what we normally do, but for us, we're not really thriving at trying to get a ton of deer into the freezer. Many times when I come out here, it's just nice to see something. But that's the first 2 days so far, Sunday before deer camp and then Monday of opening day. The weather is going to take a turn on the second day of gun season here. We'll see just what happens, if that makes our chances a little bit better of seeing and taking something, or if it's going to make it a little bit worse. But that is going to do it for today. I appreciate everybody watching. Hope you enjoy and subscribe to these videos. Click on that little bell when you want to know when a new one is coming out, and keep an eye on us. Take care, everybody.